Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm Justin. I'm glad that you've sat down on the couch and decided, we'll give this one a go. I'm out here in the Victorian Golden Triangle this weekend, and I'm gonna make an attempt to see if I can get some gold. So sit down. I'll try not to make it too long. I'll try to edit it as best as possible, and you can see what I do when I go out on my weekends away. Unlike a lot of the YouTube guys that do gold channels from the Victorian Golden Triangle, I'm Melbourne based. So I don't get to come up here as much as I want to, you know, sometimes once a fortnight, once a month, once every 6 weeks. But, well, depending on how this video goes, we'll see what we do in the future. There might be just this video if only one person watches, or there could be 2 if 14 people watch. So anyway, I'm going to give it a crack. I'm here to document my journey for myself, and then hope that you share the journey as well. Right, so I'm out to a spot at the moment that I was up here last time, and I was just walking up a hill, just dropped my coil down in the ground, and I ended up getting a signal, and I dug it, and it ended up being a 2-gram nugget, which is pretty bloody cool, yeah? So I've come here this weekend to have a bit of a squiz at this hillside. Now, it hasn't been worked by the old timers. There's loaming holes further down, there's workings further down, but there's nothing up here, like absolutely nothing. So it seems to be virgin ground, which is pretty cool to find, especially, you know, today where everything's just been flogged. So I've come to the exact spot that I got the 2-gram nugget, and I've decided to bring the 4500 up here this time instead of the 6, and I've got a target. So we're gonna see what it is, huh? Cool. So, you know, for all you keyboard warriors out there, I am probably doing something wrong. This could be ground noise. I haven't used the 45 in probably 18 months. I've just been doing nothing but working with the 6. We're going to start digging this thing out and see if we can get a little nugget. So, a bit of a bum steer. Yeah, I'm no expert. So I went off some advice that a guy gave me to do this hillside behind me. And he's gone and, you know, told me what settings to do the 4500. So use the double D, do the gain at about, you know, 5, stabilizer at 7, and, you know, have a crack, and put it on normal. And of course, you know, we all know that normal is a hell of a lot more sensitive. So all of these signals that I was getting behind me where I was digging to China was literally nothing but ground noise. So anyway, you live and learn. So the weekend starting off brilliantly, yeah? So I had all these aspirations to get the old girl 45 out and work this hillside behind me. And I've given up. So I'm just, get out of the sun. I'm just going back to the 6,000, and I'm going to give that a crack. Right, so we've finally got our first target after about 15 minutes. It's about, I don't know, 5 meters from the other spot where I was at, and I'll give you a listen. and spin this around. So we'll dig it out, see what it is, huh? It'll probably be lead shot. I'm hoping it's not though. Oh, it's still in there. It's not in the loam, which is nice. Oh, it's out. Hopefully you can hear this. First scoop on camera. Fantastic. Of course it is. Lead shot. So, bit of time's gone by. Just working through some pretty heavy scrub. I'm not sure if that really picks it up, but it's pretty dense out here. There's a lot of ground cover. Just not great to work in. I can see why everybody just works mullocks, yeah? But I've got a signal and it's under a tree, and I'll give you a listen. Oh, this could be good, because like there's hardly any loam here. We're straight into quartz, so I'll stop talking because I'll ruin it and just keep digging. All right, well, it's out. Let's see what it is. Oh, first scoop. Oh. Ah, no. Yeah. No, it's not gold. Of course, it's a nice big bit of lead. On to the next. Another target. We all know what it's going to be. I'll give you a listen. I'm hoping that it's something different than lead, but we all know that we're lead collectors, yeah? Anyway, let's see what happens. Roly-poly lead. Ah well, on to the next. I've got a bit of a screamer. I don't know, I get so excited about targets on hillsides that haven't been worked by old timers, you know? Anyway, I'll give you a listen and we'll dig it out. I hope this video ends up having some gold in it, because otherwise you're watching me dig up lead for like a whole weekend. I'm up here for 2 days, so we're gonna get some gold. All right, have a listen. So screaming. Let's dig it out. Lead. But way up on the hill now, not having any luck, feeling quite disheartened. But, you know, there's always a silver lining. I'm sure I'll get something this weekend. But I've come across that, and I'm not sure whether it comes up well on camera, but it doesn't look like a hot rock, and it does have a slight signal. So what I'm going to do Oh, you can't even hear that because of the wind. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a bit of a smash, see if we can get some gold, get on the scoreboard. If not, at the end of the video, I'll be home, I'll smash it up in the dolly pot, and we'll pan it out and see what we can get. Indeedly doodly it was. A hot rock. On to the next. Well, it's 1:15. I've just had myself some lunch, and I've given up on the hillside. It's unfortunate. I had my heart set on finding another piece, and you know, finding that 2-gram nugget was really good. You know, it's brought me up here for another weekend, but just had no luck. So I've come down to some bench workings down here. So I'm going to give that a go. I've been here before, but I haven't worked it very thoroughly. So I'm just going to go towards those areas that I've picked up some stuff before and then have another good crack at it. All right, so 2 minutes later, and I didn't film it. So it's in a clump of dirt. So I just thought, video it, break it apart, see if it's gold. I'm hoping it is. We got one on the board. We do. And let's get a view of this, because you're gonna laugh. Whoop, not sure if it focuses, but this is what we got. We'll see if we can break it up a little bit. This is just how amazing the 6000 is. How sensitive it is. And there we go. Our first little piece of gold for the day. After lunch. It would be not even a 0.1, but we're on the board. So hopefully this is what it's going to be for the rest of the afternoon. Little bits all add up. So to give you an idea of the area that I'm working, because everybody on YouTube asks, how, like, what does the ground look like? What am I supposed to be looking for? And all that sort of stuff. They ask everybody every question under the sun so that they can get information. And maybe that's what I should be doing. Just giving you the information that I see and try and help you and share, you know, that knowledge that I've got. So if I spin this thing around, and this is the first time I've been using a GoPro, so bear with me, yeah? But you'll see that it's... Oh, spin. There we go. So it's right on the side of some workings, and there's a whole bunch of quartz, just piles of different size quartz. And it looks to be like a processing pile. So they've dug out the stuff, they've smashed it up into pieces, they've got the gold out of it, and they've just left the rubble. But of course, they've left those tiny little bits, and all those tiny little bits add up at the end of the day. So if you can get 10 of those little bits that I just got, those point, you know, 0.1s or whatever, it all adds up at the end of the day. Still at the processing pile, found a really faint target, thought what I'd do is show you, make you hear what I hear and give you a bit of a rundown actually, because on the 6000 there's a lot of conflicting stuff on YouTube on what settings to use and whatever else, and I've found that the most success that I've had has been running it on manual 1. And everyone goes, oh, run it on max, just peak it out, whatever. And for me, I've had much more success on manual 1. As soon as you've got a target, no matter how faint it is, all you're listening for is that tiny little squeal, not the rest of the whole threshold stuff, just that change in tone, and then you can just go over it again. You're not competing with all the rest of it, all the extra EMI or whatever it is running through your headphones. And I've been to places where I've found lots of gold before, and then I've gone back and found even more because I've turned it from 12 down to 1, and then suddenly I can just hear everything. So my biggest tip to anyone is just try it. Just, you know, if you like it maxed out, just try it on 1. Go back somewhere that you've had success and just try it. And you might find that you won't have to listen to all that crap anymore. You can just listen to targets. Yeah, because we're filming this, it's probably just going to be a piece of lead, yeah? So I have to move it. I've just got to, I've got to put my headphones on because I can't hear it anymore. So bear with me. But it kind of sounds like lead. I'll be back. We're gonna give this one more shot. Yes. Oh. We'll turn that off. So the reason why it was so hard to find is because it was so minute. So I'll spin you around and you can have a look at the massive nugget. Actually, I'll put it in my mouth first because it needs a clean. And it's covered in crap anyway, but you'll get the idea. So I'll take a photo and hopefully attach this to a video, even though I don't know how to edit a video. And that's number 2 on the board for the day. Hey Ed, good boy. 2 minutes later, got another one. Same processing pile as before. I'll give you a listen, then we'll dig it out. So where that tuft of grass is there is where I just dug out the steel ball, and then there was a piece of gold, and then over there was a piece of gold. So they're all really tight, within, you know, 2-3 meters of each other. And this one here, Again, this is underneath a tree that's laying down, so I'm tipping just nobody wanted to bend their back and work underneath it. But here we go. And that's on manual 1, yeah? So I don't think you'd be able to hear it, like, because I used to use manual 12 and now I just go to manual 1. You pretty much only hear targets and ground noise and hot rocks, but it's pretty good. Like, I would have missed that if I was on 12, because I would have had all the fluttering from everything else. So anyway, let's dig it out. Lead shot, number 57. Good day. Well, looks like we've got one for the dolly pot, like a definite dolly pot one. If we have a look down here, and just in front, we've got a rock, and then so this is the rock they've been digging out of the area anyway. And I've had some success with just smashing these up at home and getting bits of gold. So anyway, that's what I'll do when I get back there. And hopefully there's some. So somebody's had a little dig at this hole. So there's just a workings there. I know these are really hard to pick up on the camera because of the lens and stuff. You don't really see how deep it is. But I noticed that somebody had, well, recently been digging underneath this log. And I've actually got a signal underneath, but I cleared a log and just happened to get another signal, and luckily these guys have missed. Whoop, let's move that away, and there's another little tiny bit there for us, so that makes it well, 4 for the day. So I'm still cleaning out this hole, and I've found another couple of signals, and yeah, so this one was really interesting. Thought I'd film it. So I'll let you hear it. Nice. It's in a clump of sea dirt. So again, absolutely tiny. Give it a quick clean. And there we go. Another Sub 0.1, I think. We'll just add it to the tally. I've just dug out the side of the little hole here. It's a shame I didn't record what it did sound like because it was super faint, and it just got louder and louder as I went, as they do. But yeah, again, manual one, picked it up still. All right. Whoop. And we got gold. No, we don't. Hang on. It's in this it's in this clump. So the miners haven't the miners didn't mine this one because it was in the side of the old digging, so yeah, it looks like a rock. I'll come back to you and show you. Yep, it was gold. So the only thing I can do, because the GoPro doesn't like to, there's a little bit on the end. So I took a photo. Jesus, I'm a fix-it man. All right, on to the next one. So as every good prospector does, before I was going to fill my hole, I was just checking checking to see if there was anything else, and guess what? There was another one. So I haven't done the whole photo thing this time, but there's a tiny piece right on the end. So dolly pot again. So I've been out all morning and just getting nothing but lead. So you're either on it or you're off it, and today I'm definitely off it. So I'm just walking to my car, which is over that way, and I'm just sort of swinging my way back to the car. I think I'm going to call it, because I've woken up this morning and I'm just feeling really average, and there's something going around Melbourne at the moment, so I've probably got it. But anyway, I'll give you a listen. It's a faint signal. It's already in the clays. I'm hoping that it's not another piece of lead, because that would make it like 12 for the day. But I'll switch it over to speaker. So it's promising. I'll set you up and we'll dig it out. It's in the hard stuff at least, yeah? So it's a good sign. It's in the clump. I love clumps. Clumps normally mean gold. That's what I've found anyway. Oh, yes it is. Hello, sailor. Probably the biggest bit for the entire weekend, to be honest. So not a bad little piece, considering. And the area is full of tiny gold. So if you find anything, you know, point 0.1 onwards, then, you know, you're doing pretty well. So anyway, here, have a look. Nice. So I'll keep making my way back to the car, scour this area a bit harder, and go from there. So back of the car. I've it's been a bit average. So lots of lead shot. I'm not feeling the best, so I'm going to head on back home early, get unpacked, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm using the dolly pot, and we'll smash those rocks and see if we can get some gold out of it. I'll see you then. Hello, welcome to the shed. So it's about a week later actually, because when I went home after the Sunday and I wasn't feeling well, I literally got home, unpacked, sat on the couch, and that was it. I was done. So I didn't do a lot else afterwards. So a week later, and I've found some time to smash up these rocks and see what we can get out of them. So to give you a look again, so there was this old girl, so a bit of slaty sandstone, and then the hot rock. So you know what, I'm going to smash it up anyway, and I'm going to see if there is anything, because you know, you never know unless you break it up. Anyway, let's have a crack. So we'll start with these two, the hot rocks. Pretty fine dust. I reckon that'll probably do. We'll give it a pan off and see if we can find some heavies in it. So I'm not a panning expert. I'm no Chris of Vogus prospecting or anything, but I have some fun with it. So if I'm doing something wrong, by all means, let me know in the comments. And while you're there, maybe click like for me and subscribe and try and boost this channel for us. So I'm not expecting much out of this because it's what I believe to be a hot rock. So well, as expected, absolutely nothing. So now for the big one. Hopefully, there's something in it. So here it is, and it's all sandstone, so it's ground down to a really fine dust, which is good. It means that there's a greater possibility that there might be some shiny stuff in here, which would be nice for everyone. It would be nice for you to actually see some shiny stuff too. We didn't get that much last weekend. Oh, well, it looks like we've got a little bit. A couple of little bits. So apart from what you just saw, this is what we got for the weekend. So not a huge amount, but that's okay. So we've got this bit that we've got to crush up, and then these other bits that that need a bit of a bashing as well. So we'll do that before we go upstairs and do a weigh-in. It won't be a big weigh-in, but there's a few bits there. So here we are, back for the weigh-in, and as you can see, and that's a bread plate, not a dinner plate. We've got 9 little bits there, so definitely not a huge weekend, but still a lot of fun. So we'll do a bit of a weigh-in. And 0.52, which is a little bit more than what I thought it would be. I thought those bits were really small, but you know what? I'm happy. I hope to see you on the next one. If there's a next one, if there's more than 14 viewers, we'll do another one, and we'll have another adventure. So thanks for watching.